Discover the timeless classic, The Catcher in the Rye, written by J D Salinger. Follow Holden Caulfield as he navigates life after being expelled from boarding school. Journey through Holden's experiences and explore the inspirations behind Salinger's beloved protagonist. Set in post-war America, The Catcher in the Rye by J D Salinger is a hauntingly realistic and oftentimes autobiographical narrative about Holden Caulfield, an angsty teen struggling with his coming of age. It is a carefully constructed exploration of identity, relationships, and emotion that has become iconic in its influence over literature and popular culture. Its timeless themes and characters continue to draw readers of all ages. Journey with us as we explore Holden's Odyssey, an exploration into the world of The Catcher in the Rye. J D Salinger, a widely known writer, was born in 1919 in New York City to a privileged background. He went to some of the most esteemed schools in the USA. Salinger's experiences during World War II, particularly the D-Day invasion of Normandy, profoundly impacted his writings. Later, he received treatment for post-traumatic stress disorder, which had an effect on his characterization of Holden Caulfield in The Catcher in the Rye. One of the most iconic novels of the 20th century, The Catcher in the Rye, follows the journey of Holden Caulfield, its teenage main character. Holden is a complex and enigmatic character with a cynical, critical nature, and a search for authenticity. He struggles with feelings of alienation, disillusionment, and anger as he attempts to escape from the phoniness of the adult world and preserve the innocence of childhood. While his motivations are understandable, Holden is also trying to identify his purpose in life and his place in the world. The Catcher in the Rye is an iconic novel that has stood the test of time. It follows Holden Caulfield's journey as he attempts to understand the world and himself. Beyond its surface storyline, the novel grapples with deeper issues of alienation, loss of innocence, and the difficulty of forming meaningful relationships. These ideas remain applicable to readers who have found themselves alone or misunderstood at some point in their lives. Greater than in J D Salinger's classic novel, The Catcher in the Rye, symbols are used to depict the feelings and emotions of the protagonist, Holden Caulfield. Holden is often seen wearing a red hunting hat, which symbolizes his individualism and his desire to stand out. Furthermore, the ducks in Central Park represent his fear of change and his longing for a sense of stability and belonging. The symbols used in the novel provide a unique and meaningful interpretation of Holden's journey, making The Catcher in the Rye an iconic classic. As one of the most influential novels of the 20th century, The Catcher in the Rye has had a dramatic, lasting impact on literature and society. It explores themes of alienation, innocence, and the loss of childhood, and these resonated with readers of all ages. Though it has been controversial for its use of profanity and portrayal of teenage rebellion, the novel remains a classic of American literature and continues to be studied around the world. As we explore Holden's Odyssey in The Catcher in the Rye, we quickly get an appreciation for Salinger's literary craftsmanship. Through his use of stream of consciousness narrative, Salinger provides readers an insight into the inner turmoil of Holden Caulfield as he struggles to come to terms with the world around him. We also get to see the exploration of complex themes like loss of innocence and alienation. Salinger carefully crafts the story with symbolism, imagery, and other literary techniques, making The Catcher in the Rye a deeply rewarding read for readers of all ages. J D Salinger's novel, The Catcher in the Rye, offers a nuanced and sympathetic exploration of the complexity of mental health through its protagonist, Holden Caulfield. The novel delves into themes of mental health, loneliness, and the difficulty of understanding and connecting with others. Salinger's revolutionary portrayal of mental illness continues to have a lasting impact, inspiring us to build greater understanding and support for those dealing with these issues. The Catcher in the Rye by J D Salinger is an iconic work of literature that provides insight into the struggles of adolescence. Holden Caulfield's honest and thoughtful journey reflects the uncertainty and self-doubt many young people feel during this formative stage. His experiences, although sometimes misguided, illustrate how his struggles and successes remain sympathetic and relatable. The Catcher in the Rye by J D Salinger is a classic novel that follows Holden Caulfield's journey of self-discovery and his challenges with mental illness and loss of innocence. Readers can explore the questions of identity by looking at how Holden's story relates to their own. Through this exploration of identity, readers can draw their own conclusions on how society and personal experience affect the formation of their selves. Come with us to undertake Holden's Odyssey and explore the depths of identity. The Catcher in the Rye by J D Salinger is a timeless classic that continues to challenge and inspire readers. It tells the story of Holden Caulfield, a disillusioned teenager attempting to discover his place in society. Salinger examines the hollowness and inauthenticity of modern culture and approaches us to reflect on the effects of our individual beliefs and values. Even in a period of political division and over-reliance on social media, The Catcher in the Rye presents a beneficial insight into our world. By evaluating and debating the world we inhabit, we may set out to design a brighter future for ourselves and our children. Set in the 1950s, The Catcher in the Rye narrates the story of Holden Caulfield as he sets out to find his place in the world. The novel documents Holden's struggles to grapple with the complexities of growing up and his attempts to make sense of the adult world around him. Despite the challenges he faces, Holden's journey ultimately brings us hope and serves as an inspiration to readers of all ages. Through his story, readers are reminded of their own paths to maturity and their search for identity, belonging, and purpose. Salinger's acclaimed novel, The Catcher in the Rye, has been remarkably captivating readers since its release in 1951. Its literary style, which includes Holden Caulfield's utilization of colloquial dialogue and stream-of-consciousness narration, has allowed the novel to remain a classic that has stood the test of time. Aside from the dialogue, the novel has also included repetition and symbolism, further augmenting the opportunity for readers to interpret the story in creative ways. Its influence on contemporary literature and popular culture can be seen throughout many authors' works and in various media references. The Catcher in the Rye still resonates with readers in the present day. J D Salinger's novel The Catcher in the Rye was published in 1951 and immediately became a classic of 20th century literature. Multiple film adaptations have been created in the decades since then, the latest being an independent production released in 2017. Critics have given these adaptations mixed reviews, but some have praised them for capturing the isolation and disillusionment that are major themes of the novel. Holden's Odyssey. A Journey Through the Catcher in the Rye is an enduring classic that continues to speak to audiences with its powerful message. A timeless classic, The Catcher in the Rye has been both praised and critiqued by critics and readers alike. It is a narrative of Holden Caulfield's journey of self-exploration, and it examines themes such as morality, loneliness, and the nature of adolescence. Controversy has surrounded the book due to its mature language and themes, as well as its potential to encourage rebellious behavior and immorality. However, some claim that the book's strong social critique should protect it from censorship, and they promote its importance as a significant piece of literature. This debate over censorship and artistic expression continues to be an issue in modern society. Set in the mid-20th century, J D Salinger's The Catcher in the Rye follows Holden Caulfield's personal struggle to find genuineness in an increasingly materialistic society. Along his journey, Holden rejects the traditional values of the American dream and confronts existing issues of inequality and injustice. With its powerful message and its lasting relevance to modern readers, Salinger's novel stands as a timeless classic. Holden Caulfield is on a journey to understand love and relationships, his most authentic connection being with his sister Phoebe that shows how strong and meaningful love can be. His other relationships are a mixture of understanding and confusion. Through his voyage, readers can gain wisdom to their own experiences of love and how it shapes their lives. The Catcher in the Rye, one of the most iconic pieces of literature of the 20th century, remains relevant today as it explores loneliness and alienation. Holden Caulfield's story of self-discovery is a cautionary tale of the need for real human connections and the hazards of too much reliance on fleeting encounters. This is particularly relevant today in our society, with people experiencing alienation and aloneness due to the omnipresence of technology and social media. Gurukulplex Classics motivates us to explore the classic themes of Holden's Odyssey. A Journey Through the Catcher in the Rye. The Catcher in the Rye is a timeless classic that critiques the idea of conformity and the expectations placed on individuals by society. Holden Caulfield, the novel's protagonist, is a symbol of nonconformity and encourages readers to embrace their own unique identities and to challenge societal norms. Despite the fact that it was written decades ago, the critique of conformity is still applicable, making it an essential piece of literature to read and appreciate. Throughout The Catcher in the Rye, Holden Caulfield's journey is marked by reflections of his past and a longing for the innocence he has lost. Though he cannot go back to his past, he finds comfort in the memories and lessons he has gained. As we move forward, let us also welcome our new neighbors and wish them a pleasant experience here. As The Catcher in the Rye progresses, Holden Caulfield's journey encourages readers to contemplate universal truths and complexities of humanity. Salinger's writing provides an opportunity to reflect on our fears and desires, as well as a poignant reminder of the impermanence of life. Through Holden's story, readers have the chance to consider the difficulties of navigating life as an imperfect being and to recognize our commonality with each other. The Catcher in the Rye is widely regarded as one of the most influential novels of the 20th century. Its distinct literary style and exploration of the complexities of modern society have had an immense impact on popular culture, literature, and conversations around mental health, freedom of expression, and the human condition. Its key themes of alienation, coming of age, and self-discovery are still relevant to readers of all ages. Despite its uneasy reception and its long record of being subject to censorship, The Catcher in the Rye has continued to be a significant and lasting legacy.